Colombia.
Nepal.
Nepal. Nepal. Nepal.
Colombia.
Colombia. Colombia. Perú.
Guerrero.
¿De dónde?
Guerrero.
¿De México?
Sí.
De México. Wow. So we're in Mexico for the first time.
África, Camerún.
Cameroon.
Perú.
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 Y papá. Hablan de la web.
Colombia.
Nepal. Danilo, você é Danilo. Dá-me filho. Eu passo água para Panamá, não aqui. Pues agárralo. Agárralo, no es tu hijo. No es tu hijo. Seguramente.
Allí piensa en tu niño. Retírate aquí.
Maybe I come around this side.
No.
Okay, maybe I come around this side.
No.
Okay, maybe I climb over top.
No.
You need help building more fence?
Okay, come on over.
Maybe I...
Go take a look at this video. They're coming by the thousands. Migrants after migrants after migrants with these open borders. And let me tell you, be very clear, because all I'm doing right now is talking to the Democratic voters. They are coming to the borders of Texas, and Governor Abbott has said they're going to bust because we did not sign up for this. So take a look at what's coming to your town. New York, Chicago, LA, Philadelphia, Portland. They are all coming by the thousands. This looks like a scene from Mad Max. This looks like a nightmare. This looks like there is a government that is governing the United States of America that's completely unorganized and out of control. You think you got migrant problems now? Oh my God, take a look at this and what is coming right down the pipe to Main Street, USA. You think you got them now? Oh no, you don't got anything yet, baby. Wait until you see what's crossing the borders. And that's all I gotta say about that. Midnight, I am out. 1, 2, 3. Woo! take a look at this.
The United States southern border is secure and nothing to see here, according to Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas. Listen.
Tell us what the situation is on the border now, because in May there were fears that we were going to be overwhelmed. What is happening?
So we have dispelled those fears through a very comprehensive approach to irregular migration to our southern border.
But the facts don't bear that out. In fact, in just June alone, border incursions were up a whopping 186% from last year, with a total of 144,000 plus southern border encounters in June alone. And now we're learning that Chinese illegal aliens are handed documents before they illegally cross the U.S. border, which shows a blueprint of how to navigate illegally through the United States. The United States.
You guys like my new flag? If you don't know already, my father is a Peruvian immigrant who migrated to the United States when he was 18 years old in the 70s. And I don't acknowledge it enough. I don't talk about that side of me that often. And to be honest with you, and I've said this before, this is something that I disregarded because a lot of the hate and racism and xenophobia that I used to get when I was a kid. So I totally disregarded my Latino side until I came to Mexico, and it's a newfound thing for me. So now I'm embracing it. I'm half Peruvian, mi esposa mexicana, and I'm a U.S. citizen. With that said, I totally agree with what you're saying. The funny thing about this is there are people in this country, Mexico, illegally, who insist on calling themselves expats when we want to call illegals in the United States migrants and immigrants. Make no mistake, if you're in Mexico right now as an expat living here illegally, you are an illegal immigrant. Stay mad at the hypocrisy.
Why are people crossing the border from Mexico to the U.S.? This is a trending topic right now, so let's talk about it. A lot of people that are crossing the border right now were born into poverty or have zero education. So when that happens, there's less opportunities here in Mexico. When the Mexicanos cross the border, they literally just work. They work. Some don't even want to be there. I get so many messages on here. They're like, damn, all I do is work in the U.S. I wish I could go back. And they're only doing this just to send money to Mexico, to their family. Some will do that, build houses here in Mexico, so when it's all done, they will come back. This is important. A lot of people that cross the border from Mexico to the U.S., they're not even Mexican. There are a ton of people around the world just crossing the border from Mexico to the U.S., China, Russia, wherever, you name it. As a son of an immigrant, I 100% respect some of these people that are just, doing good. They're just trying to provide for their family. And I mean, my dad would tell me all these stories where it was sad. And this is just a touchy subject. My dad is an immigrant and I know his struggles and all that stuff. So if you know, you know. But I will always respect.
Goofy alert. Finally, the truth about what happened to the famous TikTok star.
Hey guys, I'm here in Eagle Pass, Texas. Right over there is Mexico. You can actually see Mexican police from here. But one thing that I find interesting is that you will see lots of trash. You'll see clothes all right here from migrants that have come and crossed over the river to get here. But these clothes are left behind because they're usually soaking wet from their journey over the river, so they're leaving them behind. Or they're wearing longer pants to prevent themselves from getting hurt on this wire. You can see that there's also some wire right here that is covered with garbage. We've seen also these wires be covered with clothing as well, just to try to prevent people from getting hurt. That's what migrants will do, put stuff right there. But many people here in Eagle Pass tell me that it's getting to be unsustainable how many people are coming over here into this community. Hey guys, I'm here.
People sitting on the streets. Did they just get in? What's going on here? What is the situation? People everywhere right now. Now you'll see there are countless illegal immigrants lining the streets of what appeared to be just this one block downtown. But now that they've successfully illegally entered, what is their plan? Porta potties everywhere as well. People on the ground everywhere with folders. Seems to be the affected square. And then boom, it's clear. No one on the streets over here. It's all that one affected square, almost as if law enforcement's isolating it to that one region. Hola, where are you from? Yeah, get some food. Cheers. What is in the folder? See. Gotcha. Got it. People literally everywhere right now just setting up camp. A lot going on here. Why is everyone here at just this block? Do you know, officer?
It's a sanctuary. The government is not allowed to come as far as like Border Patrol.
Because it's a religious institution, is that?
That I don't know. A lot of these people that are coming across, they have a bunch of diseases that we haven't seen here in a long time because there's a lack of vaccination. So we're seeing like measles, mumps, rubella. They actually have it. We have a lot of cases of chicken pox and measles and stuff, and people have malaria.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. ¿Qué es tu país?
Colombia.
Look, for example, at the obvious, immediate, practical case of illegal Mexican immigration. Now, that Mexican immigration over the border is a good thing. It's a good thing for the illegal immigrants. It's a good thing for the United States. It's a good thing for the citizens of the country. But it's only good so long as it's illegal. That's an interesting paradox to think about. Make it legal, and it's no good. Why? Because as long as it's illegal, the people who come in do not qualify for welfare. They don't qualify for Social Security. They don't qualify for all the other myriads of benefits that we pour out from our left pocket into our right pocket. And so as long as they don't qualify, they migrate to jobs. They take jobs that most residents of this country are unwilling to take. They provide employers with workers of a kind they cannot get. They're hard workers. They're good workers. And they are clearly better off. If you ever want to know what people prefer, the surest sign is how they vote with their feet. And there is no doubt how the braceros vote. They vote to cross the border with their feet, on their feet, or in any other way they can. By the thousands, and perhaps millions, for all I know. This illegal immigration is fascinating. Because it shows not only the main point I'm trying to bring out now, how interconnected are the various aspects of freedom. How interconnected is the problem of governmental arrangements for welfare and governmental arrangements for immigration and other things. But it shows a very different point that's kind of a digression. And that is how bad laws make socially advantageous acts illegal. And therefore leads to an undermining of morality in general. Look, for example, at the...
That was for you. This is a well-known area where individuals are brought up, because you can cross right here.
So here we have the trail going right up, and this is the border. When they get to the U.S. side here, this is pretty tough going, huh? There's nothing over here.
It's 2 to 3 days walking directly north from here to get to any kind of civilization. And unfortunately, this is where we end up with people dying, is because they've been led to believe that it's only a little ways. You don't have to carry a lot. You don't have to have a lot of food, a lot of water. And you're going through a bombing range. This is where the military trains, and they do live fire. There's a lot of unexploded ordnance and everything else that's out here.
So the cartels have already got their money. When they get the people, the migrants to here, they've done their job, right? Yeah. They got their money, so they don't care if they die in the U.S. side?
No. It's a commodity. It's not a human life.
So you're saying...
those people up there? Those are people.
Where?
Right here.
Oh, jeez. How you guys doing? Came from India, Mumbai, Dehradun, Gujarati. Chicago. That's where you're going? Chicago? What'd you do in India?
Congress leader. Congress party's worker.
Congress Party worker, okay. You flying to Mexicali?
No, Mex.
No, fly.
Were they on a bus?
Were you on a bus?
You know what? With a group of 9 from India.
Yeah, that's
well,
weird. I wonder if there was a smuggler who was supposed to pick them up out there. But
might be.
That's kind of strange. I wonder if it's because they extended Title 42, but India is not a Title 42 nation.
No, it's not. They're Title 8, so I don't know why they came in through here. Usually they're down by the river.
Maybe they paid the wrong people.
Well. What's up, brother?
How you doing?
Good, you?
Not too bad.
Yeah, they were just walking down the road. It's like
they called 911 a whole bunch of times.
Oh, they have?
How you doing, sir?
Living the dream, right?
How you doing, sir?
How you doing?
Peter.
Luis.
Luis, nice to meet you.
Usually they'll shoot like a group like this through here, and then through 195 they'll try to
give another one across?
Yeah, I got on.
So it's all about tying up you guys.
Yes, sir.
There you go. These folks were sitting here constantly dialing 911 to get picked up. So cartels exploiting Border Patrol resources by having them do that out here to get their other product through back where we were before.
What people or drugs?
Both. And what better way to do it than having a group 30 miles out in the middle of nowhere where you know that public safety is a priority, human life is a priority. They're going to
Night's coming, they'd freeze out here.
Yeah. So it's all part of the game. And I'm sure the cartel is over there somewhere watching because the highway is right there.
Look, you do it all. Pull this one out, go like this, see? There you go, pull the other one out.
Why do they take the laces out? Just so they...
Well, you can use them for...
whatever, yeah.
Yeah, so you got to make sure they don't have any knives, guns, narcotics.
So they obviously have money. They had the money to fly from India. They're all wearing new clothes. They flew up, paid the cartels.
The doctor gave you that? Okay, yeah, you can... No, put it in the bag. Keep that out. In the bag. You can keep the medical stuff. Whenever we take you to our processing center, since either your wife or yourself is going to stay with the kids. So I need you.
Have you seen many guys from India coming recently?
To be honest with you, all nationalities. I mean, to answer your question, yes, but they're all nationalities.
But you can't really talk to me much, can you?
No. You can talk to the PAO.
Or the sheriff.
Yeah, sure.
So what you're watching is Border Patrol. No, you can still do your B-roll.
Okay.
I'm just explaining what they're doing. So that device that he has, looks like a cell phone, is they're actually taking a picture of their passport, and that integrates all that information from that passport into Border Patrol's system. They're also taking a picture of the tag for that person's property. By the time they get to Border Patrol station, their info is already in their system at their station. And that's why I kind of made a hint that they're almost turned into TSA agents, because that's what happens at an airport when you get on a plane. They take a picture of your passport, run it through the system, and you move on your way.
There's a human side to all of this, which you're about to see. There's a kid coming across, a child, being helped up. So we're going to see right here, behind me. Just watch how open this is. Buenos dias. See? Very nice, saying hi. Don't know where their journey comes from, but just walk right in. A little kid coming right here. Not sure what to do. Trying to find a place to turn themselves in. Look at it. It's wild. Buenos dias. See? You say hi. One more. This is the third group we've seen today. Right on in. Hola, buenos dias. And they know exactly what they're doing. About, I don't know, football field away, there's a little gathering spot where they're going to go turn themselves in. Jonathan Lyons, who's Yuma County supervisor, is talking with everybody who walks by, asking them where they're from, find out a little bit more. But you can see it right here. I mean, literally, Yuma. Right over there, Mexico. This is the Colorado River, right behind me. So this is water we give to Mexico, and that little beam there, or whatever it's called, bream, that helps the water flow down. And then Mexico, where that wall gets bigger, and they just come down the stairs and just come on in. I have mixed emotions about it. Yeah, just looking at this group of little kids, this kid's got to be, I don't know, 7, 6. Little girl has to be 9, 10. And probably just looking for a better life for themselves. And you can't be mad at that. So that's that human part, but at the same time, we have rules that we're supposed to follow so that when people come in, we're supposed to follow those rules. And what good are you if you're not following your own rules, your own standards? That's what rules are, standards. So if you're violating your own standards, what kind of sovereignty do you really have?
Mexico check.
Un levazo con un 4 cara de morado, todas lodadas con llenitos para tirar relajo. Ando layando por lo tanto que yo he consumido. Es regular, esto no lo digo por peso.
¿Ya vas a grabar?
¡Ya se fue!
Mexico check.
Boulevard 141 eastbound. I'm going to see this limit.
We're going to do a felony stop. You call it out.
Abajo. Siéntase. Y no se me mueva. Abajo.
Whoever was wearing a white hard hat, construction shirt, I believe it was blue, and blue jeans. Through the brush, southbound.
Boulevard 141 eastbound.
Yes, my name is David Grossberg, and I'd like to know, do you think the children of illegal aliens should be allowed to attend Texas public schools free, or do you think that their parents should pay for their education?
Who are you addressing that to?
I think you were first in this.
He was looking right at you. I said he was. Look, I'd like to see something done about the illegal alien problem that would be so sensitive and so understanding about labor needs and human needs that problem wouldn't come up. But today, if those people are here, I would reluctantly say I think they would get whatever it is that what the society is giving to their neighbors. But the problem has to be solved. The problem has to be solved because as we have kind of made illegal some kinds of labor that I'd like to see legal, we're doing two things. We're creating a whole society of really honorable, decent, family-loving people that are in violation of the law, and secondly, we're exacerbating relations with Mexico. The answer to your question is much more fundamental than whether they attend Houston schools, it seems to me. I don't want to see if they're living here, I don't want to see a whole thing of 6- and 8-year-old kids being made, one totally uneducated and made to feel that they're living with outside the law. Let's address ourselves to the fundamentals. These are good people, strong people. Part of my family is a Mexican. Can I add to that? I think the time has come that the United States and our neighbors, particularly our neighbor to the south, should have a better understanding and a better relationship than we've ever had. And I think that we haven't been sensitive enough to our size and our power. They have a problem of 40 to 50% unemployment. Now, this cannot continue without the possibility arising with regard to that other country that we talked about, of Cuba and what it is stirring up, of the possibility of trouble below the border, and we could have a very hostile and strange neighbor on our border. Rather than making them or talking about putting up a fence, why don't we work out some recognition of our mutual problems, make it possible for them to come here legally with a work permit, and then while they're working and earning here, they pay taxes here. And when they want to go back, they can go back, and they can cross and open the border both ways by understanding their problems. This is the only safety valve right now they have with that unemployment that probably keeps the lid from blowing off down there. And I think we could have a fine relationship, and it would solve the problem you mentioned also.
Their lives packed on top of a moving freight train known as the Beast. Migrants seeking a new beginning over the Mexican border. These mostly from Venezuela, men, women and children, families clambering aboard where they can outside the Mexican town of Arapuato. They're part of a new wave of thousands amid a surge in illegal migration to the US. Sleeping on top of cardboard boxes here, these people had been waiting days next to tracks for an opportunity. Jorge says, despite the risk we take, I would say we have no alternatives until we reach our destination. Mayala's here too, with her partner and 6 children. She says, my goal is to be able to get to the United States and enter legally with my family, to have the opportunity to work, for my children to study, learn languages and new things. Large numbers continue to overwhelm officials as they pour into Texas border towns. El Paso's described as at breaking point. More than 8,000 turned up in the city of Eagle Pass this week. The U.S. Homeland Security Secretary visited the president of Honduras in Texas.
We are seeing an increase in the number of migrants arriving at our southern border. This is a reflection of the fact that the number of displaced people, not only in the entire Western Hemisphere, but globally, is at an historic high. Our immigration system is absolutely broken.
This week, the Biden administration announced temporary protected status to 500,000 Venezuelans already in the US. But these are record migration flows, marking a turning point after numbers had dropped. And despite the dangers faced, more are coming. Adele Robinson.
So we're in Naco, Arizona. We were driving along here on the border wall, and we actually look up and we see a gentleman at the top of the border barrier here with a rope on a ladder, using his cell phone and using binoculars. So we stopped, we pulled over, and we immediately saw 3 men in full-on camo with backpacks run into the bushes. And after we were here for a little while, it began to be very apparent that they didn't care that we were here at all. They started sending migrant after migrant over the border barrier using this yellow rope that you can see here. And they were just hoisting them down, lowering them down to the ground level. So right after that, they ran off into the bushes. But you can see he has his binoculars. They're using their cell phones. As soon as somebody crosses over, they're able to help guide them through the bushes and let them know if Border Patrol's coming, if Border Patrol is out there, and where they need to go so that they can evade law enforcement. Now, we did watch them, again, lower down several migrants, and no Border Patrol to be found. So as far as we know, they're going to contribute to what DHS confirms to me as more than 570,000 known gotaways since October 1st, and that number does not contribute to the more than 2.1 million encounters that we've seen this fiscal year alone. Now, we did ask them, are there more migrants on that side? They said, no mas, no more.
The situation at the U.S.-Mexico border is dire. The Biden administration's policies have caused a historic surge in illegal immigrant apprehensions, overwhelming border resources. August set a record for that month, with nearly 233,000 apprehensions this fiscal year. This crisis is escalating, endangering both migrants and Border Patrol agents. and urgent policy changes are needed to address it. The situation at the U.S.-Mexico border is...
Can someone please take the baby outside until it's her turn? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Judge Christine Hollister, and we're sitting in the Immigration Court in Litchfield, New York. These are removal proceedings for siblings Alma and Santiago Casillas. Let the record show there is...
Yeah, I didn't know there was that many living in Mexico illegally, but check this out.
Established expat community. More than 1 million American citizens currently live in the country.